Beats.com.
Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I have Chick-Fil-A for you guys, and I'm gonna tell you guys of what a little bit I have. So right here I got their wrap. This is their chicken wrap. I've never actually had it. I've only actually had Chick-Fil-A like about, I would say 2 times, and when I had it I only had the chicken nuggets. So I got the spicy deluxe, which came with the fries, and they're 8-piece chicken nuggets. So, and with the wrap it came with the avocado lime ranch dressing to top it off with. So, and then I got a shake, or a cookies and cream shake. So right here I have all the sausage, which is gonna be spicy sriracha, or sweet spicy sriracha I believe, and the Chick-fil-A sauce, the Polynesian, barbecue, honey mustard, buffalo, and ranch. So these are the fries. The fries are really good, you guys. Oh shit. I'm gonna try a chicken nugget right here. Take a look at that. That chicken nugget right there for you guys. Looks good. Let me try it in the sriracha. That's good. The sriracha sauce has more like of a sweet taste, more than spicy, but it's good. Let me see, I'm gonna try it with the Chick-fil-A sauce. That's good, you guys. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Today is Friday, and thought I would just film a video. So this is basically, it's just like your basic chicken sandwich, I would say. It has pepper jack cheese, and then the chicken spicy, lettuce, tomato, and pickles. And then I added, it came with honey roasted barbecue sauce, so when I add that on top with mayonnaise. So we're gonna give this a try, but I'll give you guys a close-up look. Looks pretty good, huh? So here we go. That's really good, you guys. That's really delicious. Actually, with this sauce, the honey roasted barbecue, it really complements the chicken sandwich. So that's pretty delicious. So what sauce should I try next? I'm gonna try the Polynesian, I believe. That one's really good. Okay, so now dip that in ranch. I have some ketchup right here, but I don't really think I'm going to be using the ketchup, to be honest with you guys. So today I wanted to give you guys a little story time about the time I was in the party crew. And I was in the party crew in high school, and I remember I started hanging around with this one girl. This is the wrap right there, you guys. I'm gonna try it by itself first, and I'm gonna add the dressing. Pretty good. It has chicken, cheese, carrots, and cabbage. I think that's pretty much it. So in high school I hung around in a pretty kind of big group, I would say. My sister, my other sister, she would hang around with us sometime. And then I remember I was getting this new student, this girl. The sauce is okay, but I prefer to dip it like with this or something better. So we had got this one girl. She was new to the school. I got introduced to her by a mutual friend. Forgot who it was, but it was one of my friends. And this girl, she came from Hollywood. She lived out in Hollywood. And if many of you guys that do know, that was like, the people that went to school with us knew that was like a really far distance, you know, where my high school was at, and in her hometown, like, well, Hollywood, you know, that's really far actually. So we got introduced to, we hit it off, we started talking, we would hang out once in a while. And at the time, that's when everybody was into like flyer parties, house parties, and stuff like that. So, you know, we started hanging out, and I eventually start joining her party crew. Which the party crew was based out in South Central. So once in a great while, I would, obviously, I'm young, I don't drive, you know. So once in a while, I would meet up with her out there, and we used to go to parties. So we were cool, everything was fine, until we had this one altercation where it started by wanting to have a party, and and they were looking for a place to have the parties. Now, back when I was younger, my mom, she used to like throw gigs. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with gigs. It's like a, I don't know, a gig is like a punker party, I guess I would say. I don't know, but we used to call it gigs. So for time to time, my mom would allow it because they used to actually pay her to use her yard. And we had a really big yard, so we used to have them once in a while. And then the cops wouldn't really go out, so it came down to the point where the girl asked me if we can have the party at my house. So I was like, okay, let me ask my mom and see if she's okay with it, and you know, whatever, and see how much she wants to charge you guys, because obviously it was not going to be free. So my mom's like, yeah, that's fine, you know, this and that. So whatever basically they were going to make at the door, they were going to give my mom most of the money. So everything was fine. And I remember, you know, we were all, everybody was, no. So they were going to give my mom money. They were going to give my mom money to make sure that, you know, basically like to secure the spot. So then, I was waiting on the money. She was gonna collect money from other people and give it to me. So then, I never received any money. So then, it ended up causing a problem where she got caught in the crossfire of all this, because I started getting phone calls from the guys that were from that party crew, and they were like obviously a lot older than me and her, saying that they wanted their money back. And I was like, what money? I was like, I've never got any money. So it turned into this big altercation where that's when my brother's dad was alive. It got to the point where like calls were being made to my house, like threatening like my family and stuff like that, saying, just, you know, it was getting like really like violent. We were getting violent threats. So I told her, I was like, hey, you know, like, that's not cool. Like, why are you telling your people that you gave me the money when you never did? Because she never gave me the money. I was like, that's not cool. At that point, you guys, I was so upset. I was like, how can she do that? Like, you know, I would never do something like that's like really shady, you know? Like, so I'm thinking what she did was she collected all the money from people that were in the party crew, and she kept it, and she never gave me the money. So I would call her, she wouldn't answer. She just like blew me off. At that point, I was just frustrated and really pissed because that's wrong. Like, when you do things like that to people, sometimes there's bad outcomes of things like that. So, like, you know, how could she do that, you know? How about if those people really did go to my house to really start problems because thinking I really had the money and I didn't? So this was like on a Friday or Thursday, I can't recall. But when I went back to school that Monday, I was waiting to see if I seen her. So I didn't see her right away, and then I think it was like recess, or we're going into recess. It was me, my sister, and a group of us girls. Nobody already knew. Nobody. I didn't tell nobody what happened. Nobody knew what was going on other than my sister. So my sister was like, "Oh, you better tell her something. Like, that's not right. That's not okay." And I was just like so like pissed off, and not only that, I was just like so overwhelmed with hearing my mom. Like, my mom was really upset, and you know, it could have caused a big problem, you guys. So I guess my anger just kept building up, especially because she wasn't communicating with me. She wasn't calling me back, returning my calls or anything. So I seen her coming out the hallways, and I was just already so frustrated, you guys. I'm not gonna say her name, but I'll say her. What we used to call her. We used to call her Wishes. So that was her nickname, you know. So my sister was like, "Oh, there she is," you know. And she was already walking my way. But I swear, if you guys were there to see her face was like she's seen a ghost. Because she knew she messed up. She knew she lied. She lied on me like that. And that's not right. You don't do that. So I was just so angry and pissed. I didn't even tell her nothing. I just started hitting her. I went up to her. She walked closer to me. I just swung on her, and we broke out in a fight. And after that, I told her, I was just telling her stuff. I was like, how dare you do that? Like, you don't do that. Like, what the hell? You never gave me any money. And and then after that, they broke up the fight. We got sent to the dean's office, and she didn't even have the nerves to tell me like, oh, I'm sorry, or no, like there was she knew she messed up, and there was like no way going around it, you know. Well, we got sent to the dean's office. I got suspended. She ended up getting suspended. No, they didn't suspend her because I was the one that hit her first, but they had suspended me or whatever. But she never even had the nerves to even like message me, and she didn't try to have any communication with me. Even, I mean, not that I would expect her to, but even before that, you know, like she just like blew me off. After that, I completely cut her off. I didn't talk to her. I think after that, she changed schools. I stopped seeing her around my home school. And yeah, and I was just like, that was like really, that was a really shady move on her part, you know? I even told one of the guys, I was like, you know what? That's shady. Like, you guys have a shady ass homie around. Like, you know, you don't do things like that to people. So, moral of the story is be careful who you trust. Because things like that, people could like twist things around and play you out to be the bad one. When really you're not. You're just trying to do something to help out. And people take your kindness for, they just take advantage of your kindness. I didn't have to do that. I didn't even have to offer or say anything. Like, yeah, you know, talk to my mom. So, at the end of the day, there was no party. They didn't get their party. The call stopped. But, you know, people could really get themselves hurt over, you know, what a person says or over money, you know, and it's not even worth it. So, yeah, guys, I never seen her, never talked to her. I think she moved schools or whatever, but that was the last of her that I've seen of her, and I talked to her, and that's good. And even if to this day, if I had seen her, I would have nothing to say to her. I mean, people change, but I don't know. I'm not just easily to forgive. I'll forgive a person, but I'm not. I don't let a person back easily in my life. That's just how I am, and stuff like that. So I thought I'd share a little story with you guys while I ate. This was really good. This was actually pretty good. I didn't really like the avocado lime sauce. I didn't really care for it too much, but they have a different variety for me to choose from. But you can always dip it with one of your sauces right here, and it's really good that way. So I'm ready for you guys, but I'm gonna cut this video, and I'll see you guys on my next one. And thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys. Bye.